your friendly neighborhood vigilante, Jay Vex, and today we're going to talk about what's probably going to end up being Low Tier God's nastiest controversy of 2026. I know, right? Crazy. So get your piss jugs and pour them out because these people have lost their minds. So my number one plug for Low Tier God restreams, because I refuse to support that imbecile, Sun Tsunami, he has been doxxed by Low Tier God and the Covenant.
Low Tier God has threatened my life. Now, it's been like this for about a week where he figured out my information through a mistake of my own. It was my own mistake. Regardless, he knows my information, and he's been using his goons to call and harass me.
Now, I believe that they got his information because, as you may know, Low Tier God likes to send fake copyright strikes and copyright claims. And when you want to respond or appeal said claims, they want you to supply your legal name and legal address. Now, please keep this in mind if you're thinking about making any Low Tier God related content or anything like that. This guy is notorious for doxing, right? Allegedly. He's really into the doxing, so you really got to be careful with this shit because this is the type of stuff that can happen. And before we get too deep in, some people will say, oh, well, doxing, a regular, average, everyday Joe is no big deal. But man, like, we see how messed up the world is. We see how crazy people can be. And it's really easy to be like, oh, these people are pussy. They're not going to pull up. But as this will be very relevant later, but these people are insane. Not to mention with things like swatting and even, let's just say, agents. In this day and age, agents are wiping out civilians on the street every day, as we can see if you're paying attention. Now, once these Covenant guys got this information, they proceeded to try and contact his family, leak his address, and they proceeded to constantly call and message him with, harassments.
He has been calling me nonstop on behalf of Covenant Inc. Covenant Inc.
Covenant Inc.
And I'm going to play those voicemails for you guys very shortly. But he's been calling me nonstop, saying at first that if I don't stop, they're going to dox my family's information.
Now, please watch Sun's video because you can hear some of these calls and you can really hear him respond live and direct to some of these Covenant guys that are calling him on the phone. Now, if you listen to these calls, it's really interesting how these guys will say that they're working for Covenant Inc., right? In order to, I don't know if they're trying to protect Low Tier God from any involvement with plausible deniability, but these people are, I'm gonna just say these people are fucking retarded, right? Because Covenant is Low Tier God's clothing brand, or just his brand in general. So if you're saying you work for Covenant Inc., you're still basically implicating him. I believe any decent lawyer will be able to make that connection pretty fucking easily. And right? So Sun is trying to, basically trying to goad this guy into revealing that, Low Tier God is his boss and has sent him to do all these things. So they sort of deny it and don't really play into it at first. But then after that, this guy straight up admits that, oh, we talked with our boss and he basically is saying that we need to escalate these things and take things to level 2.
We talked with our boss and we reviewed the call as well as the DM you sent him. And let's just say he was not very happy at all.
Okay.
And as such, we've been forced to go and escalate the matter more physically and in person now. You've likely received some form of contact from one of our associates. Is this correct?
Now, you may be asking, what is level 2? Level 2 is sending a hitman after Sun and his family. No, I'm not kidding. You heard that right. A hitman, right? So we're going to get into it. We're going to, show exactly who this guy is, because These other covenant guys, they're like, whatever. But this guy is really a problem, in my opinion. Okay. So this guy's name is Eros Colton Yunt. I think I'm pronouncing that right. Now, this guy has a channel. I would not advise you to look at any videos on this guy's channel. I don't want you to get any bad juju, any bad vibes, because as you can probably clearly see here, this guy is on some crazy devil worship shit, some Wiccan, right? You know how I call these guys the coven of witches? This guy fits in perfectly here. Now look at this guy, bro. This guy looks like he hasn't touched a bar of soap in his entire adult life. Now look at those eyes. Look at that facial expression. Now, me personally, I don't underestimate anybody. And when I look at somebody, like, you know, I'm peeping what their intentions are and how crazy they are and how shit might go left. Now, does this look like a sane individual, or does this look like an unhinged person? So, you know, if you look on Son's GoFundMe, I'll have his video and his GoFundMe linked in the description below. But if you look, you can see that this Eros guy sent the most unhinged messages to Son. And now here's the kicker. He posted a picture of a Covenant t-shirt, right? Low Tier God's merch brand, a Covenant t-shirt with a shotgun and a pistol on it. And the other Covenant guys who were calling Son before, they were basically like, yeah, he's gonna hit you at this time, right? He's gonna come to where you are and he's gonna, right? So these guys are literally putting a hit out on a guy for restreaming Low Tier God's content, right? And they basically admitted that Low Tier God knew all about it and condoned it. Now, this guy and his fan base have to be the dumbest people on the planet. Me personally, if I have fans and people that follow me that say that they're gonna carry a hit out on somebody that I may have a problem with, I am roasting you to oblivion. I am cutting you the fuck off and I'm reporting you to the authorities. Yeah, I'm snitching. Sorry, nigga, I'm trying to come home.
Sorry, nigga, I'm trying to come home.
So Low Tier God is probably already cooked here just because of all of this. But if he was smart, he would straight up denounce these people and tell them to cease all action. Now, I know there's probably some people watching this video, looking at this information and thinking, ah, man, it's not that big of a deal, just internet shit. You know, it's unfortunate that he got doxxed, but man, it is what it is. But man, like I said, these people on the internet, just in the world in general, are going through it, and these people are fucking crazy, right? Like, look at this guy. Look at his YouTube channel. Look at this shit that he has. These freaking have you guys seen Yu-Gi-Oh? You know, Merrick.
Don't tell me you've forgotten that when you were a child, it was I who took over your body and forced you to claim the Millennium Rod.
Right? Like, look at this shit. He looks fucking insane, bro. This looks like someone who would actually take these weapons to where Son is and, you know, do the thing, right? So you got to treat this shit seriously. I hope, you know, Son is using everything at his disposal to, you know, contact the authorities. And man, it's time to take legal action because this shit is getting out of hand. So again, if you want, you know, more context, more details about the situation, check out Son's video, link in the description. Check out his GoFundMe, right? Where his funds are going to go to, you know, taking care of this problem and hopefully pursuing legal action. All right. So everybody take care of yourselves, avoid these insane motherfuckers, and have a nice day. Goodbye.